Hey lovies, welcome or welcome back to my channel, Aries Only, where I channel messages for Aries only. Today we're doing a reading to see how the person on your mind is currently perceiving your connection. We're going to also look into how they're perceiving themselves. I'm going to have that on this side, and how they're perceiving you on this side, and then the connection as a whole between you guys. So we're going to go ahead and start getting cards. I'm going to get all the oracles out before I start interpreting them. I cannot say that word. So if you want to use the timestamps, they'll be in the comments in the description box, and you can just go ahead and get to the actual reading. It'll be under oracles. But yeah, let's see. And also please keep in mind that this reading is just their perceptions, their subjective perceptions, like based on their own opinions and their own capacity to understand and intuit and see into a situation. It's not necessarily the objective energy of the connection as a whole. So if it's not really lining up with how you're seeing the connection, it might just be limited by their perspective. So all right guys, let's go ahead and see. Let's go start shuffling. How is the person on Aries mind currently seeing the connection between them? Oh, it's too many. How are they currently seeing the connection between them and Aries? We have the Hunter with the Judge on the bottom of the deck. How is Aries person currently perceiving themselves on this connection with Aries? How is Aries person? Oh, that like came right out. The starfish. Okay. That like flipped out when I was just cutting the deck, but okay. But it's interesting, we have this horse on the bottom of the deck, and there's a horse there. And how are they perceiving Aries in this connection? How are they perceiving Aries in this connection? The spider. Interesting. Okay. And how are they perceiving themselves in this connection? How is Aries person perceiving themselves in this connection? Mutable. All right. How are they perceiving Aries in this connection? How are they perceiving Aries in this connection? Jupiter, grow and expand. Okay. And let me get this on each. I'm going to close my eyes. How are they perceiving the connection? Just get these two because they came out. the tortoise and the spear. How are they seeing themselves right now? Crib, birth or conception of a child or enterprise. And how are they seeing Aries? Fire, strong emotion, passionate love or hate. All right. I'm gonna do that and that. Okay, and I almost want to get like a tarot card for each of you. So let's see. How is Aries person perceiving themselves? We have the Six of Cups. Okay. And how are they perceiving Aries? Three of Pentacles. I find it interesting to note that Temperance was on the bottom of the deck for each of these tarot cards coming out. All right, so let's look at the connection. Oh, hello, we're back. Let's look at the connection first and foremost. How are they looking at this connection? I think they see that you're trying to expand beyond them. And we have this hunter energy to number 9. They're seeing that there is a window closing with this card. It almost looks like the opening is like getting smaller and smaller. And I feel like it's like they've missed their window of opportunity, or they let this opportunity pass them by. And I feel that they're trying to put a spin on this as if they're open, their surrender, fluidity, and welcoming change is the mutable energy. It's very like yeah, welcoming change, able to like go with the flow, able to like move with the surrounding circumstances, and they feel that they're doing that. They see themselves as doing that. With this crib energy, birth or conception of a child or enterprise. This is how they're seeing themselves. They could be seeing themselves almost as a child is something that I'm getting. They could be younger than you. We also have a Six of Cups energy here, so that is a childlike energy as well, a very innocent energy. I'm seeing that they're almost seeing themselves as innocent in the situation. They're trying to put a positive spin on this, but we have, how are they seeing this connection? It's the Spear energy, heartache over what you no longer have. So there is a sense of heartache here. There is a sense of them compartmentalizing their emotions, stuffing them down, and almost like trying to keep it separate from what they're feeling. But it's almost like they got what they wanted. I feel like their freedom was like very important to them. I feel like almost they kept you in the dark is something that I'm getting, because it's like this horse is emerging from this like black energy. It's like over there, and it's like here is like you're like all of a sudden like now mirroring that to them and like closing the window, and then they're like, hey, wait a minute. I feel like they're trying to they're not like really rushing forward though. Like the way I'm seeing this energy is almost like they're just standing there like, I could run towards it before it actually closes for good, but they're just stuck there. They're rooted in their ways. They're in an emotional energy. They're seeing themselves as being emotional about this in a way, but they're seeing themselves as being in a harmonious energy. They think that they're okay with the way things have gone between you. They've gotten their freedom, and they're it's like they're hovering in the middle. Like, this is where they were before, this is now where you are. They're kind of like in that limbo. I'm getting a sense that they're in limbo. They're floating. Even the starfish looks like it's floating. They're just like in the energy of like change right now. They're trying to tell themselves almost like, okay, like, now I have my freedom. This is, now I can do anything. Like, I'm open to anything. But there's this heartache over what they no longer have, which is you. Moving on to you, they see you in this energy of this spider. I kind of want to like look into this energy. I'm not too familiar with this one. I haven't gotten this card a lot. So like the starfish, I know. But again, like the starfish talks about superficial things. And I feel like they could be putting like a superficial spin on how they're feeling right now, trying to like for instance, if you guys aren't talking anymore, or you had a breakup or whatever, there was like an end in the communication, for some reason they feel like the window is closing, they could kind of be like, okay, well now like the world is my oyster, like I can do whatever I want, da 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 da. But it's like there's something about this Six of Cups where it's like the roots are so colorful. It's like there's this sense of like this beautiful love that's so deeply rooted that again, it's like it's stuffed down, it's compartmentalized, and it's almost like the roots are bigger than the tree. So it's like what's on the outside isn't really an accurate reflection of like the depth of their emotions and what they're feeling. But it's almost like they're trying to cover it up. I'm noticing that like the blackness of the tree is like almost going over all this color. So it's like they're trying to like, I feel like their perception is that they're gonna be okay as long as they can find a way to like stamp this out and just like move on to like the next happy era of their life or something like that. I gotta find this spider here. Creator of prosperity through life's work and dharma is how they're seeing you. The spider is an ingenious creator. Its greatest gift is weaving the thread of dharma into a vast, intricate web that supports the spider and those around it, both financially and spiritually. It is hard work, but the spider neither tires nor becomes impatient. This card reminds us creativity is everywhere. Be process oriented rather than results oriented, and soon your work becomes like the weaving of a magical, priceless tapestry. Abundance follows. When in balance, appreciative, enthusiastic, and prosperous. When out of balance, discouraged, tired, and forlorn, to bring into balance playful creativity. I think this person sees that you're maybe tired of them, tired of this connection, or that you had gotten to that point either this time around or sometime in the past if you've had a lot of dealings and cycles with this person. I think this person sees you. I'm noticing that they're like, I'm seeing this starfish as being on their back. I don't know if they actually are, but to me it looks like almost like they're like open, like, hey. They see you almost flipped, and it's the same kind of like with that center and then the legs, you know, coming out. Obviously this isn't a leg, but whatever, these points coming out of the starfish, it's the same kind of like this, like a hand, you know, like the palm with like the points coming out. I see them like this, you like this. They're almost like, I'm seeing that as them like facing away from their inside and like trying to like find comfort in the outer world and like the more superficial, which is what the starfish talks about. This talks about dharma and weaving everything together. So I think they have some understanding that you're maybe more hands-on. You're dealing with this in a more, like they see you as like working through this in a more healthy way, like weaving it all into like your life. Like there is no hiding. There is no, I don't know how to explain it. Like, this is just another like strand in your web in a way. Like, they see you as like, I don't know. It's like they see you as the kind of person that isn't going to just take a failure and like let that define you. It's like you're going to take it and use it to like fortify your strength somehow, is what I'm getting. Sorry, I know I'm like, it's taking a long time for me to like get this out, but it's almost like they see you in like an abundant energy with the spider too, it has to be said. And also with this 3 of Pentacles here, there's the 3 is the energy of expansion. We have the grow and expand with Jupiter. This fire energy is interesting though. Strong emotion, passionate love or hate. I think they feel that the emotional tide on your end has turned into something where you're ready to like let this burn. I just heard wrecking ball in my head really quick. So it's like that kind of an energy where it's like they know that you maybe still always want them, and I will always want you. Isn't that part of that song? Yeah. But it's like, now we're ashes on the ground. I'm just like kind of getting that vibe. But it's like you're still hard at work. You're still trying to like better yourself. You're still fighting for peace. Like in that Sia song, Elastic Heart, you know? Like you haven't given up on life. Like you're using this as an opportunity with the fire to like fuel you, is what I'm getting, and expand you. And maybe just even like start working on your money is something that I'm getting. Their emotions are at the root of this, and they see you like trying to build up something here, trying to put what you've learned, like use it as fuel to like maybe expand your, there's a lot about abundance here in your money. So they see you as like working really hard and trying to use what you've known in order to like use your experience from this connection in order to build yourself up financially, or something with your dharma, like the spider was talking about. Appreciative, enthusiastic, and prosperous. Like they see you as taking this situation and using it to your advantage, is how I would say. And they see themselves as doing that too, but in a more superficial way. They almost, I think, are seeing, because this is all about their perception, they're seeing that, I think that you're a more, even though they're coming through in emotions and you're coming through mostly in earth energy, they see you as a more deep person than them. It's like, you see how it's like dark where the spider is and it's light where the starfish is? It's almost like they see you as like making like color come out of the darkness, but it's like here, this starfish, it looks like it's like this sandy like color. I don't know what you would call that color, like yellowy brown, I don't know. But there's like the black is inside of the starfish, but they're trying to like put on like a different face for the world. I don't know. It's very interesting. So, okay, how is your person seeing themselves in this connection? Let's get more. How are they seeing themselves? You have the 5 of Wands. How are they seeing themselves in this connection? With the 3 of Cups. Okay. How are they seeing you, Aries? 6 of Wands. With the 9 of Wands. Yeah. Okay. Okay. How are they seeing this connection right now? The Seven of Cups. Oh, it's too many. Okay. The Two of Swords. We have the Star energy. Again, I feel like this person is like in darkness trying to put like a brave face on it, and like they see you as kind of like almost like doing the opposite, like the inverse of what they're doing, is something that I'm noticing. So how are they seeing your connection? They've like blocked out the possibility that this could actually happen in real life, is something that I'm seeing. Like they see this connection as being like only something they can access through their fantasies or through their dreams or through their imagination. And they don't want to lose that. I feel like that's why they're kind of content to hover in this limbo state that they're in. It's almost like even if they are entertaining other connections, other people with the Three of Cups here, they still like come back to this connection, especially at night, is something that I'm getting. Like during the day, I think they're kind of maybe in a very social energy. They're kind of just like, I'm almost getting like aimless and directionless. They're kind of just like not really sure what to do. Like their energy, their drive is very scattered with the Five of Wands being here. But again, with the compartmentalization, like they're not able to like take their energy. They're seeing that though. They feel like they need to somehow bring their energy to a more like coherent state where they're able to get these wands in alignment so they can start moving forward, is something that I'm getting. They see that you have had more progress with this, with the Six of Wands. It's like you've been able to like overcome this and rise above. They see you as ahead of them with the Five and the Six of Wands being here like that. But yeah, they're seeing this connection as something that is like cut off from them, in as far as like them being able to actually make movement towards it. That could be because you told them something like, hey, like I don't want to talk to you anymore. Like, hey, like you broke up with them with this heartache over what you no longer have. They feel like they no longer have you. Maybe you're with somebody else. Maybe you've moved away. It's almost like a logistical thing where it's not because you're like, I don't want to be with you, but it feels like there was some sort of decision made that kind of cut off the possibility for there to be any like, this looks like the sun to me, almost like an eclipse. Like they're not expecting like a miracle, is something that I'm getting. They're really trying to accept that this is over. This isn't them trying to like hang on and come forward. This is them being like, okay, it's over, but I'm gonna like let this go. I'm not gonna pursue this. This is like a hunter that, like I said, was like in limbo, was in like a standstill. The Two of Swords is further clarifying that. But they're not letting go of their fantasies here. And even I'm noticing these Six Cups are upright. It's like, I feel like this is somebody that like, even if they get married to somebody else, even if they're entertaining other options, I don't know if they would be in a serious relationship right now. I feel like they're trying to almost tell themselves like, okay, like now I can kind of like have fun. And even if it doesn't mean with other people, as far as like having sexual relationships with other people, which it may be, I mean, if they're young and single, but because I'm not getting like a serious vibe from them. I'm getting more of like a playful but scattered, like a young energy, like I was saying with the crib. So I forgot where I was just going. At a train of thought, something about how like, oh, even if they got married or something like down the road, it's like I don't think they would ever give up the imaginings of this connection and the emotional tie that they felt with you. They see this as something that's going to like, is dead in like the 3D, but will like live on in their imagination and in their feelings. But it's like something that they kind of compartmentalize it, and it's like, that's why I think they have such a tough time like moving forward, because they're having a tough time. Like it's like so many different parts of their life are like separate. It's like they can't get all like they can't get like their heart and mind to like be in a cohesive state, which I think is a very big part of being able to like manifest the things that you want, and like move forward and have like prosperity and abundance. Like if you're one, obviously like you're not going to want to manifest being poor, not abundant. So it's like, it's something like their energy is so like at odds with each other. And I feel like there could be certain parts of them where like they want to grow up, but they're not really ready to like do what it takes. They want to grow up, but they want to stay in this playful energy. Like it's like a Peter Pan thing. I'm just thinking about Peter Pan, where it's like Wendy is like, okay, like I can't stay here in Never Land. Like I have to go. And like their heart and mind is like aligned, because like even if they have love, even if you have love for this person, it's like you have decided that like your heart isn't in a situation that isn't going to move forward, or that isn't going to grow or progress or expand. You're very much about expansion. And I feel like this person is like kind of like content to float along. I just heard that thing from Goodfellas, like he's content to be a jerk. When they're talking about the Campari and he never said anything, and his wife, and they're like, oh, Campari, like you never say nothing. And he's like, what am I going to say? That my wife is two-timing me? Like, but so he'll just kind of like be quiet and not say anything and not do anything about it, you know? And then, I think, I forget who explains it. I think it's Robert De Niro, Jimmy, who's like, yeah, he's content to be a jerk. I don't remember if it's him or Tommy, Joe Pesci's character, that explains it. But basically, I feel like that's kind of like, I guess the way your person is maybe seeing that. Maybe they're looking at this as an opportunity for them to change and come out of this energy a little bit, but they're kind of like content to stay where they are right now. They see themselves as slowly but surely getting ahead. I think they would like tell themselves like, no, that's just the way I am. I'm getting like a hard-headed energy from them. That it's like they think they're very like easygoing, but like there's like this hard-headed energy where they're just like stuck, and they tell themselves that they are making progress and getting ahead, but it's like they're moving backwards. And it's almost like they're telling themselves, by like spearing this pain and like turning away from it, it's going to help them to move forward in their career or something like that, maybe, or in some way move forward. But it's not. It's like the best way to move forward would be to like deal with this pain and regret and learn from it, but they're not able to do that. And I think on some level they are able to see that, but they're also like able to block it out simultaneously. Like your person's very, very interesting. But anyway, so how are they seeing you? They think you're going to like, they see you as somebody that has like such a solid, stable foundation that you're able to build on. You're able to use your emotions as fuel, whereas like they can't really even face their emotions. They're covered up. They want to stick their head in the sand. They want to go back in their shell and not deal with things. They see you as like just having it all out in the open, welcoming transformation, and actually like having fought your way through emerging. They think almost like, I think they have like a respect for you for breaking away from this connection, because maybe on some level they felt like they really weren't giving you what you deserved, and they were like, this person deserves better. And the fact that you've like exited the situation with them, or whatever has happened, you've taken yourself out of this equation, even if it's just as simple as you took a job offer somewhere far away, knowing it would take you from them, but they weren't really offering much, so they're like, well, I can't really blame you. I feel like they don't blame you. They're like proud of you. So they see you in a successful energy. They are proud of you. They see you as like ascending, and following your true path. So that's like beautiful. Let's get some more oracles. Oh, I dropped that book, but I don't think we'll need it. How are they seeing themselves right now? How is Aries person seeing themselves right now? Surrender. I can release my need to control. It's like they're not really doing anything. Like, again, they're in this limbo energy. Doubt. I release the need to know all the answers. It's almost like they're telling themselves that, like, yes, I am going with the flow. I'm surrendering. I'm welcoming change. Yeah, surrender is on there too. But it's like, but they're not, like, taking the bull by the horns. What was the opposite of this hunter energy? I want to, like, look in the book real quick. That's weird. It's open to this page because I didn't even look in the book, I don't think. But that's a little weird. Irresponsible, violates, violent, and poaching. I feel like I'm more so getting like, well, let's look at the light and maybe do focused, energized, respectful, and seasoned. I feel like it's the opposite. They're not really focused. They're just kind of like bopping along aimlessly, floating along. And yeah, I just heard that Mighty Mouse song. Yeah, I hate that song, but it just like popped in my head when I said that. But I don't even know what that song's about. I'm not a fan of it. I'm gonna look it up when we close the reading. Okay, how are they seeing Aries? What energy are they seeing Aries is being in right now? Trust. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. Yeah, I feel like and change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. They see you as like moving on, elevating your standards, elevating yourself, being very solid, like trusting yourself, trusting life, something like that. Okay, how should I see how they're seeing the connection from this? How are they seeing the connection? Blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. Oh, now they're mowing the lawn. How lovely. So I think they're trying to, they see this connection as something that has taught them to accept certain things in life. And I feel like they are growing and are expanding in a certain way, and they are open, but it's just they're like a little bit like, and maybe that, you know, I'm not trying to say, oh, they should be like more decisive and more energized right now. I'm not saying that, but like I think maybe this is where they need to be right now. They need to kind of be in this more contemplative feeling energy. They need to kind of take a step back from being in an action energy. And this does say that they're slowly but surely getting ahead. This is also their perceptions, but they feel they need to be there right now, and they maybe need to reflect on certain things. How are they seeing themselves right now? That's 2. How is Aries person, what is the energy they're seeing themselves in? Relationship patterns. I swear to God, I knew that card was going to come out. It takes strength to recognize the need for change. So again, I feel like they are open to changing and looking at their patterns here, but they're not really acting to actively change them right now. And maybe the situation doesn't call for that, you know? So it's not really for me or anyone to really say. Oh, I didn't really ask a question. Should we take it? I don't know. I think we will. It says choose love. It's also a number 3, another number of expansion. This is a number of 5, a number of change. I feel like change and expansion is how I would like, if I was gonna just like make a like a main idea for each person. But choose love. You always have a choice. Make yours with love. It's like they understand that you had to do what you had to do. They see you as somebody that is actively choosing and moving and having movement in your life, and maybe that's why they just see that like this, oh, I forgot to go for the middle, this connection just isn't like in the cards right now for whatever reason. Let's see, how are they seeing this connection? Oh, new love. Embrace an opportunity for love in your work prospects or for spiritual growth. I think they see this connection as something that has taught them a lot. Be supportive, make a genuine effort to show you care. I think they know that I think if this did end, it wasn't ending on bad terms. But I think at the same time, there is a sense that with the blame, that maybe they feel like they were to blame for this happening. Like they see you almost like trying to like catch a shooting star, like having a new wish facing away from them, and they see that like they kind of caused the situation, and now they're examining their relationship patterns and just trying to kind of sit with what happened here. Yeah, so let's get some messages and see what they would say. You're so good at multitasking. Again, I have to just take that out. You get through to me when nobody else can. Half the time I'm terrified, half the time I want to charge at you like a linebacker. You're my first thought in the morning and my last at night. You make me want to be better. I think this connection and you have like inspired and influenced this person to take a look at themselves at the very least. You keep such a nice home. I feel like you hate me. I know, oh, weird with the blame. I know I blamed you in the past, but I see now how strongly our energy is connected. You never asked for this. You're so creative. That's like that spider energy. I don't even know where to put this. I'll like layer them on top. Okay. Whee. Anything else? You carry yourself with such grace. Love the way you laugh. You have such strength, and it's so hard for me to believe that something so good could really be meant for me. So it's like almost like a relief, I feel like, that this connection is over. Like, I hate to say it like that, I hope it doesn't trigger anybody, but almost because like they're like, I could never like elevate myself to be, they see you in like such a high light, and it's like they're like, I could never elevate myself to be in that energy. Like, I can dream about it. I just heard that song, I can dream about you if I can't hold you tonight. I feel like things are coming at me from all sides. I almost feel like they feel like their energy again is like splintering, and with this half the time I'm terrified, half the time I want to charge at you, they're like hovering in the middle. They're not really moving right now, but that's where they have to be. So it's like they do hold you in a high light. If you were worried if they were mad at you, I don't feel like they are. They are proud of you. If anything, they see you in a successful light. They understand why you did what you did. They see this connection as having made them grow. They're acknowledging that even that there has been growth on their end, and they appreciate that. They appreciate, love the way you laugh. They want you to be happy is something that I'm getting. They're seeing that you're very like creative and moving and getting things done, and they are like, again, not content to be a jerk, but like content to be complacent. And they see you as so strong, and it's like they almost see themselves in a softer energy. So they feel like maybe, it's so hard for me to think right now. I'm so confused. Their energy is very scattered and confused. They're trying to make the best of the situation, and you know, I don't know. Do you want advice quick? Let's do a little advice for you guys. What's the advice for Aries watching? Any last words? Woo. Warrior woman, have you answered your deepest calling? Pillar of light, your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. The mystic rose, compassion, devotion, humility, humanity, and grace. Unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. Just one. The message for Aries, what advice? I feel like Spirit's saying like you are following your calling in such a way. Energetic upgrades, a new way of being, and integration. You're walking your talk. You're doing what you feel is right in your heart, and you know what that is. And this is the second bloom, a second chance. It's never too late. New possibilities. I feel like things are opening up for you. Things are happening. Your heart has healed. Like, you've let go of a lot of your baggage. You've cut ties. You're elevating. Like, you're elevating here, but it's like you have to cut the string. You're walking your talk, even if it's hard, and even if you're scared to do something and cut something off, you're using the sword. You're making decisions. You're making clean cuts, and you know, continue to do that. I think there might be more cords to cut here, so allow yourself to upgrade and elevate yourself. Oh my God, Jenny Chang. Do you ever watch her? This is Jenny fucking Chang. And that's on Jenny fucking Chang. Namaste, like on Instagram. Like, oh my God, I love her. Like, I feel like you're like in Jenny Chang energy. It's Jenny fucking Chang. So, all right, guys. I hope you guys know that you have made the right decision and your spirit guides are like, yes, like you're elevating. Good for you. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Otherwise, I'll catch you in the next one, okay? Bye.